Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to introduce the comedian that's going to be coming on here on this pavement stage. Are you ready to see something amazing on this pavement stage? Say yes. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, she has performed all over the world. She has much cooler glasses than I do. Look at those glasses. Look at that. Look at that. Those are glasses of a winner. These are glasses of a guy who needs bifocals. But coming up to the stage, she's performed all over the Bay Area.
Yes.
She's performed all over the Western United States.
Yes.
She's performed on the East Coast.
Yes.
She's performed at the Edinburgh Festival.
No.
But she will next year. With your support, she'll get jazzed. She'll get amazed. Ladies and gentlemen, she's right over there. She's going to come right over here. She's going to knock your socks off, even if you're barefoot. Come on, give it up for Michelle Kay! And she's going to have a test.
Hi. So I'm not a comedian. I am a slam poet. I have been performing poetry. I grew up in Chicago, so I started doing slam there in the early 2000s when and where slam poetry was invented, and did it in college and then stopped doing it, and then here I am doing it again. So if you're like, I hate poetry and I hate slam, don't worry, this is actually going to be way better than what you're expecting. So give me a little bit of your attention. This is a poem that I wrote in 2002 or 2004. So I'm gonna need some, do I have millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, Gen X? Okay. You guys remember that little guy Clippy from Microsoft Word? This is about Clippy. Paperclip guy. Yesterday I fell out of a dream and onto my floor. My God, I thought, I really need to vacuum. You know that little guy that looks like a paperclip and always pops up on your computer to politely offer his assistance in reformatting Word documents and does little dances and stuff when you ignore him for long enough? Well, who is he? And does he just help you format Word articles, or does he also do some vacuuming on the side? I ate an omelet for breakfast, and it reminded me of all the omelets I've eaten in the past, and then it reminded me of all the omelets I'll eat in the future, and then it reminded me of the future, and that is always scary. I'll be eating omelets forever at this rate, and Jesus, that's a lot of freaking omelets, which means that's a whole lot of eggs, which means that's a whole lot of chickens that have to be raised by a whole lot of farmers raising a whole lot of chickens to make a whole lot of eggs to feed a whole lot of people who, like me, have a special affect for omelets, especially in the morning. Me? I'm just another consumer of omelets made by eggs, made by chickens, raised by people who make money so that they too can eat omelets for breakfast, now and forever. When you think about that, it seems like I'm that little guy that looks like a paperclip, politely offering assistance in omelet consuming, and perhaps on the side, a little vacuuming. That's it. Okay, so this is more recent. I live in Pacifica, so city folks, you might not relate to this as much, but if you live in the suburbs, you have to deal with something called the drop-off line when you drop off your kids at school. And it's a very challenging part of everyone's morning in the suburbs. So this is called the drop-off line, and this is a public service announcement for the parents of Pacifica and other places. Hi, Mama. I see you. Scrambling, the third grader with his diorama, the kindergartner with the big backpack, the sixth grader who forgot his instrument. Mama, I see you, and the struggle is real. But I just have one teeny tiny little thing to say to you. Pull the F up. Mama, I get it. You arrived 20 minutes before pickup. You're taking some much deserved me time, reclined in the driver's seat, foot propped on the steering wheel, watching Housewives on your phone. This might be the only 20 minutes that you get to yourself all day. You need it and you deserve it. I have been there and I get it. Now pull the F up! Hi, Dad. Nice truck. Your little guy is so excited that you're dropping him off today. He's so cute, babbling about Minecraft. Your daughter messing with the music, trying to find the song that she wants to play, talking over each other. They have so much to tell you. These are those precious days that you will always remember. When the kids are small and all they want is to be with you, you need to cherish these days. You need to soak them in and have them fill your heart some other time, not now. Now I'm gonna need you to pull the F up. It's been a tough year and an even tougher few years. We are the parents of lockdown, of virtual learning, of school closures. California parents, I see you. The sacrifices we make and the struggles that we endure to be here in our foggy little paradise. It would be cheaper and easier to live literally anywhere else, and we could have a house and a pool. But we choose to stay here with our oceans and our sunsets and the way that we take care of each other. This beautiful place and this beautiful life. Now pull the F up so I can drop off my goddamn kids. This last one is also about being a mom. Shout out to the moms. Moms, we got working moms? Okay, this is for y'all. It's called Parade. These are tough times. Cost of living, climate change, authoritarian takeover, robot cars, people suffering and struggling, and meanwhile, all I did today was work and exercise and take care of two reasonably well-behaved kids. And it's like, is that really so impressive? So what if I was tired and I still went for a run? So what if I remembered to sell tickets to the school raffle and also remembered to put the money in the envelope and also remembered to put the envelope in my daughter's backpack and also remembered to tell her to turn it in and also texted her to remind her it was there? So what? So what if I already knocked out 2 work calls during my commute, one of them with the kids still in the car, threatened into silence? So what if I woke up at 5:45, ran 3 miles, showered, blow-dried my hair, woke up the kids, told my son to brush his teeth, told him again, put on eyeliner, dropped off the kids, drove to the mission, parked, bought an oat latte, and still made it on time and prepared for my 8:30 meeting? So what? So what do I want? A freaking parade? Yes. A parade would be the absolute least that I deserve for being a working mom in today's America. A parade down Market Street with a banner reading, "Your daughter's hair is brushed." A radio DJ with a giant float screaming, "She even budgeted in time for parking." But I know that's ridiculous. With Lurie's budget cuts, I can be flexible and I will accept applause. My kids showered at least once this week. I have opened up the link to my teacher's Amazon wish list. Not only once, but twice. My son's shirt wasn't inside out today. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it. Thank you, Sunset.